Howdy everyone, this is Konstantin. Welcome to yet another daily update. Sorry, a little late. Circumstances. I have a good message for you today. Mods, can you see me and hear me well? Trying to look myself up, seeing if I am. There you go. Okay. Hi, Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia. Welcome to yet another daily update. Yet another daily news. Yet another daily scare. I have quite a message for you today. Dear friends, you can read lots of news about Russia. You can read, outlets on internet. You can read, you can watch CNN. You can watch large media outlets. Some of them are actually quite well. Some of them quite good. Some of them are not. But they are more or less the same. There are reporters inside Russia or near inside Russia, in the large cities someplace, and they report the news from Russia. Well, today I'm doing something a little different. Today I'm going to share my thoughts, well, actually my views, okay, about what is happening around me, and not one single news outlet can tell you that, because simply I'm looking at people around me, at the Russians, and all kinds of people. Like my family, members of my family, my friends, my colleagues. I have tons of colleagues. The people I see on the street, people that I see when I go to fix my car, people that I see that when I go to do grocery shopping, things like that. Basically, just all around people that are everywhere. You will not find anything like this in the news. Okay, that's my eyes, my inner radar. I scan all around everything. So, what is the news, right? The news is that lately I have been noticing quite a change in regular people that I meet every single day. The change is that not one single person, not one single in my family, like in my colleagues, in my work, not one single person has not been not affected by this event that started happening on 24th. Meaning, even if people who isolate deliberately themselves from what's happening around, even then, them cannot isolate themselves completely. Even them are somehow, affected. And then I'm not even talking about regular people. Regular people living, regular people that are interested in country's life, in the future, and so forth. They have been affected tremendously. Well, some people are trying to, how do I say that? How try to put good mask onto their face. They pretend like nothing terrible has happened. Okay, they when you talk to them, okay, they act normal. They do not sometimes, like a lot of people try not to share their opinions on this event because that's that hurts, when you start talking to other people and you started getting into the details, that starts hurting. So a lot of people try to not touch this topic at all, okay, avoid, so to speak. And they put the mask on, and sometimes this mask, well, there are not too many happy masks. I haven't seen that many happy people lately, 2.5 months. But the masks of normal life, normal people, okay, normalcy, so to speak. This is how people try to get away from this thing that is happening right now. They're putting a mask and they're trying to project to the outside world that things are normal, okay? But and I've seen quite a few of those masks, okay? Not just like from people I know quite well, but even if you go on the street and you meet strangers, you go to a bazaar, things like that, and then you can see the masks of normalcy. But I decided to make a stream because recently the masks started getting off, so to speak. You cannot keep a mask like this on for a long time. You can fake the others for so long, but you cannot fake yourself. Because this mask is masking up, covering up the way that you're feeling, okay? And then you kind of fight the way you're feeling with this mask all the time, at any time. And sooner or later, that starts breaking up. Sooner or later, what is inside your head, not inside your heart, but what is inside your head, starts getting through. Okay? And lately I've started noticing that. After I came back from Uzbekistan, I started noticing it in Moscow, in Rostov, and I noticed it on the way when we were traveling. People start snapping. Their nerves are like, strings. They are so tense, okay, that if you say something, like in a normal situation, person wouldn't care about that. Now, person starts snapping back at you, okay? And just the littlest things, absolutely harmless. Some people start losing it, okay? I've noticed it all around. I've noticed it when I go outside shopping. It's the little things, okay? I've noticed it in the family. Something really non-important happens, and it gives such an effect that you have never thought before it would be such a big deal. That's snapping, just like that. That's people's nerves. And everyone is just so unhappy. Everyone is so tense. Everyone has so little to laugh about, to be joyous about, things like that. And it really shows because most people cannot mask what inside of them anymore. I mean, their masks are still on, but this feelings of unhappiness, they just getting outside of their masks, if you know what I mean. And the longer it happens, the longer people are trying to cover up what they really feel like with the masks of normalcy, the more they do that, the less successful they become. Okay, because their nerves start getting into them. Now it's already visible. If you look around, if you walk around where I am right now in Rostov, when you, I don't know, drive around, you start seeing these things, okay? And of course, the bad news that we receive every single day, they do not help, okay? If you drive around Rostov and area like adjacent to Rostov, the villages, you will see weaponized patrols, roadblocks on every corner. Cops with machine guns stand and flag down cars, well, stop cars and check the documents. Many cars. And it's the atmosphere of nervousness in the air, okay? You go to the store and there's atmosphere, this like feeling of uneasiness because the prices have gone up and people who are selling, they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You go to a bazaar and things are not well there because people are, they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, okay? And it's regular people. You go to a bazaar, it's not like you buying from like a supermarket or anything like that. You buying from a regular person, a live person, you know, and you have a contact, you negotiate, you pay that person, and trust me, this is not this is not easy anymore. The masks are still there on people's faces. A lot of people are still keeping them on, trying to cover up their feelings, trying to not to show what is inside of them, inside their probably it's not even heads, you know, it's the hearts, insides of their hearts. But they stop succeeding in doing so. It's becoming more and more difficult to cover up because you can cover up only for so long, okay? A month, as we see, 2 months, that's it. 2 months, 2, 3 weeks, and that's it. The longer it takes, the more difficult it becomes to cover up. The more difficult it becomes to, the more nervous people get. The more nervous they get is that nervousness is, you know, seeping through the masks from underneath the masks, okay? And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen next. When the masks will, you know, fly off their people's faces, okay? That most likely there will be the day when they just wouldn't want to keep on wearing them anymore and the masks would get off. It just, I don't even know. It beats me, but I think if this keeps on going the way it's going, I think this is inevitable because people will get so upset, people will get so discouraged, so unhappy that they wouldn't care about keeping the masks off. Okay? But now masks are still on. Now, although we start seeing the very first signs of people not being able to keep their masks on. The masks are still on, but something it can be felt that something underneath masks starts boiling. Okay, it's not critical at this point, but it's there. It's the beginning. Okay, I don't know how long it's gonna take to get worse, but it has started. It has begun, and this has been my message for today. Again, you will not find this at any news outlet. You will not find it anywhere because I was talking to my wife, and this is something that I just realized myself today. I saw a couple people snapping when they weren't supposed to be snapping. There was nothing to be snapping about, okay? And this is everything kind of fell into places, okay? We discussed, and this is what I'm seeing around me, okay? So, this is a very personal message, and it shows you how things are happening in Russia. Well, the next, I'm gonna turn on comments now. You let me know what you think as usual. I'm going to try to leave the comments after this live stream on, I mean the big comments, and see what happens. If comments get nasty that tomorrow morning I will shut them off and they're okay, then we'll see. I'll keep them on. The last thing I'm gonna say is everyone is super nervous about May 9th, the coming up holiday. Every single person I have spoken to is uneasy about that, because it is quite understandable that something is going to happen on this day. And we all are praying that nothing terribly bad happens, Nothing terribly bad for both countries, for Ukraine and for Russia. Well, I shouldn't say terribly bad, terribly worse. That has already been happening, This is what we in Russia are praying, a lot of us at least. But this feeling of uneasiness because of the coming up holiday also brings a lot of nervousness, a lot of unhappiness, and a lot of tension inside people, and their masks are just not solid on their faces anymore. They something's cooking underneath those masks of normalcy. Okay. Oh, wonderful mods: Lorna, Julie F, Bob S, Mommy, Yarn Prepper, Robert. Hello, welcome everyone. So this has been my message. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think? Please keep this chat clean. Listen to the mods. Listen what mods have to say. Yarn Prepper just posted a good heads up for everyone. Good luck to us all, says James Dean. You know what's bad in this situation for you? And I'm really sincerely sorry about that. Is because good luck to all the Russians, okay? And I'm talking about, please, I'm not trying to downgrade the situation, what's happening in the neighboring country. Ukrainians, I keep on praying for them. I keep on asking God to help them and so forth. You know that. But we Russians, looking at what's happening in Russia, inside Russia, and how our country is literally being destroyed economically, is being destroyed socially, we should be saying, hey, good luck to us, the Russians. But you, the ones are outside of Russia watching my stream right now, you are also being affected And you are also saying good luck to us all. And you are absolutely right. But you are not the ones who caused it, And I am sincerely, sincerely sorry about that. Okay. So James Dean, please forgive us. Please forgive us. Robert Holland, this mask thing is not just a Russian thing, similar in the West. Wow, that's something really, really new to me. Robert Holland, I didn't know that you have it. That's crazy. M Remakers, hope was and all. Hi there. Frank in Texas. We had a live stream just for sponsors only, and Frank was there a couple hours earlier. Frank was there, and Frank was quite active. I answered lots of personal questions, and that stream was pretty cool. So if you want me to be one-on-one with you, because there were like 17 people, we're almost like one-on-one, then become a sponsor. Even at the lowest level, it's not that expensive, and join the next live stream sponsors only. Here in this streams, I deliver messages, general messages on how I feel, what's happening around me, about in like things in Russia, news updates and so forth. But in the streams for sponsors, and tomorrow I'm gonna have a stream for patrons only, for Patreon members. Then I get down personal much more, and then I answer personal questions, and we just have like friendly chats back and forth. It's not as fast as these chats, okay? They're like slower, and then a little different, okay? There's a different pace there. Reese Gray, thank you so much. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. That's like the second super chat I'm receiving from Reese Gray. Thank you, because Reese is also a sponsor and was in the chat earlier today. Thank you so much. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, like 3 hours. After that stream, what happened was I finished, and I went to take a nap, and I slept for a couple hours. I woke up, and boom, another stream. That's how I live these days. I try to get sleep any time I can. Any window I have. The masks people have put on is only natural. People put on masks for many reasons. Russians are unique in some ways. You see, the biggest difference is this time I haven't seen anything like this in my life. Okay, I have seen people put in masks, but temporarily a little bit. This is huge. This is like everyone. Okay, all around me, anywhere, even people, the loved ones. Okay, they have put on the masks. This is major. This is like everywhere in Russia, because not one single person has not been affected by this thing, and affected in a way, affected so much, then they cannot get away without wearing a mask. Everyone's been affected. It's just some people show it. I speak out everywhere. I voice my opinion pretty much everywhere publicly. If anyone asks me, I don't lie. I say, hey, this is my opinion. Even here in Russia, not about the stream, or not about just among friends, among colleagues, because a lot of people are afraid to speak up publicly. I don't. I do speak up, okay, and then I voice my opinion. But a lot of people put the masks on. So, Reese, what I was gonna say is that it's massive. It's so massive. I haven't seen anything like this, and this actually scaring me, okay? Because these masks sooner or later are going to get off. And it might get ugly. I'm not talking about like, government or anything. People, they will snap one day. Even good people, even people that are usually quiet, who are usually good-hearted, that stuff is changing them. Dina Gen 21, thank you so much. Prayers, all will be well, May 9th and beyond. Scary times we're living in. I was talking to the sponsors in another stream. There is an understanding that a lot of people will be trying to watch live what's happening on May 9th. I will not be able to stream live because most likely we will be in transition on May 9th. Okay, that's from Sunday to Monday. There will be no live stream on the May 8th because I'll be driving, going to Moscow. But I'll be watching live on telephone while I'm driving, and if something happens, I'm gonna notify you in the community post right away. But I'm pretty sure if this event will happen, that's what we are really afraid of happening, then it's going to be SHFT everywhere, and you will know about that very, very fast. So thank you so much, Dina, for prayers. All will be well Monday night, May 9th and beyond. We're gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for that right now and tomorrow and day after tomorrow and all the way through the 9th. Because I'm feeling not very easy. I'm on it's like a border feeling between like feeling uneasy and feeling scared. I'm not scared. I'm not there yet, but I'm just somewhere around that line. Okay. Yarn Prepper says, do not challenge the mods. You will not win. Look, my mods are absolutely epic. You will not win. They're very nice people, but they watch me very tightly, I should say, and just don't challenge. Just be a part of this chat. Do not bring up the questions. You know what the questions you should not be discussing or not be asking. That's just don't do it, and that's it. You're gonna be fine. A lot of people are saying there's another super chat from Load Me, 5 francs. Would you say you feel more tired, less energetic since this begun? I'm asking because I noticed I myself seem to be a little less energetic. Load Me. A good question, thank you. Such an array of different feelings inside emotionally roller coaster like this. Today I'm feeling somewhat up, somewhat normal, somewhat energetic. Tomorrow I feel devastated. Really devastated. Even here in the streams, sometimes, like in a couple streams, I literally live, I fell apart. Okay, the mods, they've been there every single time with me. They remember. Sometimes it really is huge emotionally down situation, like in Uzbekistan. At first I felt okay, energetic, I got the apartment, I was doing work, but then I started missing my family, boom, down. One day I felt so down that I actually somehow, like, to get myself feeling better a little bit, I shared how I was feeling down in the community section. So it's not less energetic, it's just like in general, you know what I mean? I've spoken to a couple doctors, psychologists, not like sessions or anything, just in general, and they're saying that it's totally normal to feel up and down in a situation like this, especially if you take things personally, and it take them inside very closely in your heart. That's just normal for all people. That's a reaction that your body sends you, like tuning you down, so you don't go crazy, basically. So it's okay to feel less energetic, more tired. Just have more rest. Speaking with people who are like-minded, speaking with people who love you, that's very therapeutic. That's my recipe how to get to keep myself feeling better. Okay, that's people you love. Thanks for the super chat. We have a couple more sponsors. Karen Main, Karen Main. Well, Karen Main. I don't Doesn't ring a bell. I mean, Maine rings very much bell. I spent 8 years in Maine. That's my number one state in the USA. Karen, I don't think I've read a message from you. Welcome. Where in Maine are you? Fantastic to have a Mainer. I am also a Mainer. Thank you. Welcome to Inside Russia. There's another sponsor, Deep Inside Russia. Wow, the same person upgraded. Thank you so much. So where are you in Maine? I spent 1 year in Portland, Maine, on Congress Street, going to the USM, and then was it 7 or 8 years in Old Orchard Beach, Biddeford, and Saco, mostly Old Orchard Beach. Welcome. If you want me to notice your message, please put it in caps. Otherwise, there's very little chance I would. Ben Crib, $5. Do love and peaceful Russians need to make plans to repair relations with love and peaceful Western people for after this special time is over? Ben, this is not a simple question you asked me. This is certainly not a $5 question. This is like $500 question. I don't know. Do love and peaceful Russians need to make plans? You know what Russians need to do after all this thing is really over? You know what we need to do? We need to stand on our knees and say, hey, listen, please forgive us. Okay? Something happened to us. Something really darkened our minds or temporarily. Okay? But we're back. And, I don't even know what we would say, but definitely we would need to stand on our knees and say, forgive us. Okay? I went to Uzbekistan. I went to a meeting. There were like 3 Ukrainians, 1 French or 2 French. And we were discussing how we were gonna, build infrastructure projects in Ukraine after everything is done. The bombings are over and the peace is back and things like that. And then the Ukrainians were looking at me and they were not spitting in my face. They were not cursing. They were just, well, granted, I knew these people because I've worked with them for a long time, but they were just treating me as normal, normal person. And you know what? I was feeling incredibly ashamed. I was sitting in that meeting and I was literally shaking. And at the end, I told them, I said, guys, I'm not easy, I didn't know what to say. So, do loving, peaceful Russians need to make plans to repair relationships with the West? You bet. This is like an understatement, what your question is. It's just how we're gonna do that? I don't know. Sue Wilkinson, 10 pounds. Thank you. Thank you for the last night's member stream. It was so refreshing. 9th May is looming over all of us. Let's hope it works out okay. Thank you for doing what you do. You are very good at it. Thank you so much. Sometimes, quite often, I feel that I'm not so good at it. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat too. Load Me, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you so much for becoming a sponsor. come to the next stream for sponsors only, and then we will talk about that more. I'll have more time. Sandra Kramer, here in the US, we're holding our breath until May 9th to see what transpires. That makes two of us. Well, many of us. Karen Vasseur, what happens on May 10th? Well, the May 9th is a huge holiday in Russia. Every single day we celebrate V-Day, and this is huge. Military parade, Vladimir Putin always shows up and addresses people and things like that. And there's just a feeling of uneasiness. If something bad happens soon, that the chances are it might happen during the parade or after the parade or before the parade, this symbolic date of the 9th of May. And this is what a lot of people are afraid of. Okay. $100. Whoa. Patsy, finally caught you in a live stream. Thank you so much for what you do. I pray for you and your family. We need you to keep our eyes open. Please be safe. God bless you from Delaware. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for this super chat. That really helps a lot. We need you to keep our eyes open. I'm keeping my eyes open like this. Literally, my eyes are this big and they go like this all the time. And sometimes what I see, my hair goes like this, bam, straight. It's I definitely am keeping my eyes open for myself, for my family, and for you. Okay. What I'm seeing here in Rostov is a lot different from when I left on March 2nd, I believe. March 2nd, everything was so different. May 2nd, tension in the air. You can take a knife and cut air with a knife like butter. Okay. People, like I said, masks, unhappy, tense, snapping all the time. Ugh. The drivers are crazy, and it's not because they're crazy. It's because those masks, that tension affects people driving. They cut you all the time. They honk you. It's like aggressiveness is in the air. Anyway, thank you so much for your super chat of $100. That's much appreciated. Very, very much welcomed. Thank you. I will definitely keep on doing what I'm doing every single day. I have been. So 75 from no comment, 75 Danish krone. May the 4th be with you. Thank you. The 4th is being with me. Thank you so much for your message. Stuka Voloskov, here in Canada, free speech no longer exists. We must keep personal opinion for ourselves. It's so bad. I hope you're somewhat not right. I hope that free speech still exists somehow, but I really value your opinion, and it's terrible because, come on, Canada is the beacon of light. One of the freest countries in the world, okay? The beacon of democracy and freedom for so many countries, certainly for Russia. So what you're saying is not make me feel any better, Robert Bates is back. What? Robert Bates is back. Robert Holland, no need to apologize, not in the slightest. Russia is not solely to blame for the situation in the world. But you know what? You're right, but you know what? There is need to apologize because who pressed the button, okay? At the end, who actually executed the action? I think we all know the answer. Stephen Sloss. Hi from Scotland. Hi, Stephen. There's always someone making money from a crisis. Yeah, that's true. Wow. Uh, God Gotron. Canadian. I snapped off Saturday at a friend's party. They all had masks on, I worried. Wow. Even you in Canada, even you are doing this, unintentionally most likely, but even in Canada it's affecting people. Ah, that's a bummer. Donig, hi Kostya, I'm moving my family to Tashkent for an extended vacation as well. Well, my friend, make sure that you complete your move before May 9th, because after that there is a chance that you won't be able to. Way too much NFO, $5. This special times create special people music is the key to bring back the force of harmony. Special people music is the key to bring back force of harmony. It's a very poetic message. It's beautiful. Let's let's pray. Let's hope that harmony will come back to our lives. Paul Benz, the big general public masks we see in the West are due to COVID restrictions. Remember, you probably heard about our truckers' protest in Ottawa, Canada. I did hear, and I actually did a few community posts that some people supported. They said, well, what's happening in Canada is unconstitutional. People are suppressed their rights to speak. Some other Canadians came back to me saying, how can you judge? These people are not law-abiding citizens, so forth. So I'm confused about what was happening in Canada with the truckers, the convoy, and the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? I was certainly not there, and it appeared to be pretty bad situation. But some people would came back and they said, "Oh, that was okay." I don't know how to make an opinion on that. Boss Salmon is here. Boss, by the way, did you recover completely from the accident that you had back in November? Because you keep on showing up in the streams and everything seems to be normal. But I remember the times when we were praying for you. Even when we weren't praying, we were just kind of praying, you know what I mean? So what's happening? And that's a good comment by Shake a Booty. Sadly, it seems to me that the mental health, there's sponsorship. SR Family Fiona that upgraded from inside Russia to deep inside Russia. Thank you so much. You kind of became the new super sponsor. Thank you. So, Shake a Booty, sadly, it seems to me that the mental health of so much of the planet has suffered in the last 15 years or so, and it seems to be accelerating. And you know what? Here in Russia, everything was kind of normal until 3 months, 2.5 months ago, and then boom, we were hit like by a train. And now I don't. Mental health is deteriorating much worse than that. I wish I wish that just our mental health was deteriorating. It's an indelible mark stamped on every person's forehead, like right here, and it's becoming much more visible, much stronger. It's going deeper and deeper, and not only on the forehead, in our hearts. This indelible mark is right on every single person's heart, because some people can fake it and they can say, hey, it's not touching me in any way. But you know what? Now they cannot keep on faking it anymore. Now it's clearly visible that whatever the normalcy is about them is just a mask. Just like I told you in the message in the beginning. Just the masks. And now I can see through everyone's mask, because they cannot contain this stuff anymore. It's boiling underneath their masks. They start snapping. They start showing their true, like, inside what's going on them. And that's not pretty. Okay, so it's just not accelerating. It's indelible marks inside of us on every single forehead of every Russian. Way too much info. People wear masks here a lot, unfortunately. Ed D, thank you for the prayers. 5 minutes left. We will start praying a little before 5. Charlene Huff, what does the red mark mean? I don't know. Bob S, thanks for the warning. Susan Gitz. Bob, and you know what? Russia is the driver behind it. And it's so sad for me to realize this is my country, the country where I was born at, I grew up at, and I love so much. And it's doing it to the rest of the world. This is just incredible. What happened to the charity campaign? Did I miss it? What charity campaign? If you're talking about, I got the money, by the way. I got the money, and I intend on buying some things for the, like, open babies. Just haven't had, like, time right now. If before the 9th we won't be able, it's been incredibly busy. If before 9th we won't be able to do that, I promise we're coming back towards the end of May, because on the 27th of May I must be in Rostov. My dad's 1 year passing away anniversary, which is a big deal, and we're gonna stay for quite some time. And I will film how we go out and shop for buying some things for the babies, and I'll make an update basically what's going on in the open house. Join Patreon. Thank you, James Dean. Patreon is also great. I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the patrons starting tomorrow. Tomorrow about the same time, 6 p.m. for me, and that's gonna be, I think 10 a.m. for you, 6, 7, 6, 11 a.m. if you're in the United States. In Europe, it's gonna be around 4 p.m. So there's a Patreon stuff. The last question from NH Echoes: Do you see many IT professionals in Uzbekistan? Tons of Russians have fled. Uzbeki government has a special program to accommodate Russian refugees, give them jobs, assimilate them into Uzbek society, because they know it's very valuable. The Russian IT professionals come into Uzbekistan, that's gold, okay? And then they're working to accommodate them. So Leo, thank you so much. Yeah, May 27th of 2021 was probably the most terrible day of my life so far. My friends, I would like to answer to join me in prayer. If you are a believer, it's a no-brainer. If you're not, I don't really divide people into believers and not. What happens is, in like my understanding of God, the God for me is love, and love is in my heart. There are so many people that I love dearly, and that's God. Okay, the God is not found in church for me personally, not found like in the books, in the prayers from books. It's just every time I look inside of my heart, I find God. If you have heart and it's beating, and if you love someone, because I've never seen a person who doesn't have love in his or her heart, you know. And if you have heart, you have love, and that's God, and that's all that matters. You might not believe in God, but He's inside of you, and He believes in you. Okay, so please join me in prayer as well. If you don't like calling it a prayer, just send good wishes along with me and along with everyone in this chat, please. Thank you so much. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this day. Thank you for putting food on our tables. Thanks for putting roofs over our heads. Give us warmth, warm beds to sleep. Thanks for surrounding us with people that we love, friends, family, colleagues, just good people. Thank you so much for that. Please help everyone in Ukraine. Stop the bloodshed as soon as possible. Keep everyone safe. Send every single person in Ukraine, civilian, soldier, Ukrainian soldier, Russian soldier, doesn't matter. Send an angel to protect them and keep them out of harm's way. Please give sense, fill heads of people who make decisions with common sense, fill their hearts with love, compassion, mercy. Please open their eyes so they see what they have done, and please do all of that for them to make decision to stop the bloodshed, not to go any further, not to escalate any further. Please help everyone who's helping people in Ukraine, doing some relief work, open their homes, hearts, minds, wallets, and providing help to people who have fled Ukraine. Please help those who are helping. Please help my country, Russia. Please send angels with sharp swords to get rid of the demons who have hijacked my country, and have angels run Russia and make it shine again. Make it a good neighbor to all the countries around us, and make it a good a member of international community. Please make Russia run that way, that the actions of my country will bring love into the hearts of people all over towards Russia again. Thank you. Please have our children grow up the way that they never fight with one another, but be friends with one another, and they create and build the world that is better and more merciful than our world. I am asking for you to help everyone in Ukraine, in Russia, and all over the world. People who are very stressed, who are very scared, who are very afraid, who don't know what to do, who have lost their understanding of the situation, of what's going on, and that's affecting them a great deal, you know. They become snappy, they become stressed, they become depressed, you know. Please help them. Reach your hand and touch their hearts and touch their heads, so they find peace. They don't feel stressed anymore. they find love and happiness inside. Please help every single person who is feeling like that. I know because I'm feeling like that myself. Please help me and help everyone who is with me in this live stream praying right now, or just watching us praying, or not just yet there to join us, but watching. Watching is good. It's almost as good as praying. Please help everyone here and have all their prayers answered and their wishes granted. Please help those who don't have food on their tables. Give them food and give them roofs above their heads if they don't have them, and just send love and peace into their hearts. I would like to mention a few people that reached out and asked to be mentioned here. They need your help. I would like to name them and ask you to help them and to grant their wishes, to grant their prayers and make their wishes come true. There are Shay, Rafaela Fromm and her daughter Anna, William Schaffner, Elena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky and Bonnie, Rebecca Witzman, Melissa Defoe Asabawanki, Buzz Salmon, Anne Mary B, Jean-Paul. I would like to say a few words about Jean-Paul. I got the news yesterday that he actually gained conscience and he's, seeing with his eyes. And I just want to thank you for the miracle that you have performed, because the doctors thought that he was gonna die quite a few weeks ago. And I keep on praying for this kid. He needs to go home. His family really, really needs him. And he needs to go home too. Please help him. Paula McDonald, Jane Hancock, Michael Milkowitz's mother, Brian V's mother, Marlene, Mikhail's family, Dimitrius and Kieran, Maddie and Sharon, Narnian Lady, Brantley, Teresa D, Brantley, Teresa D's grandson, Susan S, needs your help with broken ribs, Sabrina Fell, Firefly Farm's son, Mommy, my mod, and her husband, Mobay 1, Skipper 09, Chirpan G, and the person, unfortunately I did not get the name, who asked me to help with her children. She needs to reconnect with her children and to communicate back. You know who I'm talking about. Dear God, thank you so much. Amen. My friends, thank you very much for another excellent stream. Thank you. I will see you all tomorrow. I will see patrons twice. Patrons from Patreon, because I'm going to do the stream. Please keep on tuning in into your Patreon account to get the link. I talked to Vasily Zangiv. He's an expert of streaming for Patreon. He advised me on what to do. So please, tomorrow, check your Patreon mailboxes. You will find a link to a live stream tomorrow. Let's do it. You can, we will spend some time, an hour or so, and then I'll answer all the questions, including the personal ones. Thank you so much for excellent stream today. You are awesome and you rock. Please keep on coming back for more, and definitely we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.